The case on the murder of the CEO of Super TV, Michael Usifo-Ataga, is far from over. His suspected killer, Chidinma Ojukwu, is being held at the Adekunle Yaba police station. But the Ataga family have asked the police to go beyond her arrest, as it's believed that there is far more to the story. But who is Chidinma? And how do people who know her feel towards this? I met up with one of her friends, Don Pedro, who expressed his views towards the harrowing situation. So you knew Chidinma pretty well?
Yeah, I know,
her pretty well?
Yeah, I know her pretty well to some extent. To some extent, at least. I know her well. Let me just say I know her well.
Who is the Chidinma that you know? Not the Chidinma that you've been hearing about in the media for the past couple of weeks.
Okay, the Chidinma that I know is totally different from the Chidinma that is being castigated and criticized every day on the social media. The Chidinma that I know is a friend of mine. She's a nice person, she's kind, and she's supportive. She's my classmate and my coursemate as well. She doesn't really like talking much to people. She was always in school, except for this year. You know, due to the pandemic, Corona, school was closed throughout last year. And we now resumed session this year, January, but she didn't come this year, as in, that was last semester. So I called her all those times. What's up? We're having classes. Where are you? What's popping? What's going on? And she'd be like, oh, I have some work stuff that I'm attending to. I have some things to do, because we're a part-time student though, and our school fees is quite high, on the high side. So she was like, she's trying to do some jobs so she can get some money and, you know, for her academics and all that and all that. I haven't seen Chidinma this year. I haven't seen her this year. Last time I saw her was on her birthday. That was sometimes last year. She's the video vixen in my video, Anita. And Chidinma is a nice person. Well, looking at the way everything is, and even I watched the video on the social media, I felt like the Chidinma I know, I felt like probably there's more to it. Maybe they made her to say what actually she shouldn't have said, you know, because thinking about it sometimes, like sometimes when I'm alone on my own, I wonder probably maybe her life was in danger and she was trying to defend herself.
Brenda was no longer hiding the fact that Ataga is my legal husband, but I'm no more interested in Ataga.
Yeah.
So she was free with Izu in Abuja. Now the point now came up early in December last year, when, because of the love affair between Mr. Izu and Mrs. Brenda Ataga, they now got to the point of saying, let us get married. And Brenda said, but I am still legally married. What do we do? And Izu was alleged to have come up with the idea. Why can't we get Mr. Ataga in a very uncompromising situation where we can record his sexual activity, since he has weakness for fair complexioned, beautiful ladies. If we get that one, we will use that as the evidence before the court
to demand for divorce.
Okay. That his conduct is intolerable. And the question now was, who do we use in Lagos? And Izu was alleged to have said, I have a cousin, I am paying her school fees in Lagos. And that is Chidinma. She's beautiful, she's seductive. All we need to do is get somebody to take her to a billionaire's party, because Ataga was a billionaire. That was how they took a friend of hers was got to take her. Initially, Chidinma was said to have said, no, I don't want to get involved in this kind of thing. But the man was paying her school fees. And she was now taken to a party in Banana Island When she was, you know how these guys arrange themselves.
Yeah.
They got her close to Izu. Izu, a human, Ataga. Ataga being a normal human being. Even pastors these days fall to temptation. He saw Chidinma beautiful. And I have pictures of Chidinma here, even near the beach. What she was putting on, a scent will be tempted. So Ataga now went for Chidinma, not knowing that Chidinma was a pet. That was how the relationship started in January, without knowing that Chidinma was planted against him to facilitate divorce in Abuja. And when Chidinma was not delivering, when she was not delivering,
yeah,
no result, Izu stopped the school fees.
Okay.
And said, until you deliver evidence, I won't pay your school fees. So she could not go to school. It was at that moment, it was alleged that Izu told Chidinma, get a place. I will send boys to bug
the place.
There will be hidden cameras, everything in that apartment. Make sure all these things are done before you bring in Ataga. So those things were done. She got there. After Ataga had paid, all those gadgets were all put there. And every activity they were doing will be recorded.
Okay. But Sebi Thomas, does this explains why the police authorities in Lagos have said that Chidinma may not have been the only person involved in this matter?
Yes. In fact, they use the word and her cohorts. And her cohorts.
Okay.
They've gotten the point that she did not organize this herself. Chidinma must have told them that, look, I didn't want to do this thing. I didn't even plan to kill this man. I was only carrying out a job to assist my uncle to get his girlfriend get a divorce, and they will marry. But at that point, after the whole bugging of the place, Chidinma invited the man to say, you can now come.
Okay.
And the man walked in.
Okay, now the plank of this case that has to do with the wife of Ataga is yet to be established, because all that we have are what is there in the public space, in the media space, with pictures and all of that, which could be denied. Against that background, how do you think that justice can be gotten for the man who has been so dastardly killed?
A lot depends on Chidinma. And I do not see if the police, with the same dexterity and professionalism with which they arrested Chidinma, and don't forget, hardened criminals. I am not saying Chidinma is a hardened criminal, but even her classmates, our lecturers, said she's a recluse. She hardly talks to anybody. She comes to school, take a lecture, and she goes.
That doesn't make her a hardened criminal, just like you said.
But with the pictures we have, which are smoking. And another important fact, she doesn't live with the mother. The mother is separated from the father. The father violently resisted
her arrest.
Why? The father could not believe that how his own Chidinma, his daughter, can even hurt a fly. Chidinma has a shop in front of her house. So the father sees the daughter as an innocent child of yesterday who is managing a shop. How can she be involved in killing? So if you